this morning and saw it right after it happened, and basically it's a sinkhole. I think it's been described already. It's about 40 feet wide, 25 to 30 feet deep, and just a typical collapsed structure that you see when these types of sinkholes happen, so steep sides. And we've been very cautious, trying to be very safe about not getting too close to it, and really just taking time to assess, working with the Corvette Museum, engineers, geologists, various people, emergency management, fire and rescue, mostly just to make sure everything's safe and secure first and foremost, and I think everybody's done a really great job.
How common are these sinkholes?
They're really common. Sinkholes are really natural, common features that happen in karst landscapes, particularly in south central Kentucky. A lot of the southeastern U.S., you see these types of features as you drive down the highway. You don't always see them like this, and again, it's a fairly typical sinkhole as far as sinkholes go. The only atypical thing is that it's in the Corvette Museum, and that's really the only difference compared to what you would see if you were out in a farm or somewhere else that you would see a feature like this. There's no need for panic. It's an isolated event, and as far as I would say, from a geologic and karst landscape standpoint, this is not anything abnormal.
Any risk of it spreading at this point, or is it?
Again, I can't say for sure. It's been stable. We haven't seen any other activity or movement since this morning, so it seems like the majority of the collapse has taken place. What happens from here, again, will take assessment, monitoring, and really just being cautious.
I did visit with the structural engineers before they left. They feel that it's stable around the perimeter. We have retained Scott Murphy and Daniel as construction engineers. Mike Murphy is their CEO and main contact. I had thought he might be able to join us for the conference. In their capacity as our construction managers, they will be coordinating further with the structural engineers, with geotech engineers, coming up with the best plan to address the situation as it exists, and they'll be quite involved. We've also, as we shared with you this morning, we've also had representatives from our insurance company. We are insured. The cars that fell into the sinkhole, they were insured. We had sinkhole insurance, if that's the correct way to say it. So both from a structural standpoint and from a collection standpoint, we do have insurance. Absolutely.
And when?
We'll work with our construction manager and structural engineers, and probably with Wester's Car Studies group, and we'll want to move as safety will be paramount, but we'll also want to move as fast and as appropriate as we can. We shared with you earlier that we had contracted, or will be contracting with Scott Murphy and Daniel to serve as construction managers and coordinate everything on our behalf with structural engineers, geotech engineers, et cetera, and Mike Murphy, CEO there, is here, and I'll ask Mike, put him on the spot, and ask him to come forward if you have any questions. He has not been back and seen it, I don't think, yet. So other than talking with our insurance carrier and maybe a couple of our folks, he's kind of new to the situation back there. But we'll be bringing him up to date, but if you have any comments about where we go from here, Mike?
Well, of course, we want to get all the professionals assembled and go through, look at everything. Of course, we want to make sure that we get it safed up. It's the initial concern, and then once that's done, then the way to go back and reconstruct it, put it back in its finished condition would be, of course, our ultimate goal. So, but as Wendell said, it's everything's very preliminary right now.
These are very valuable cars and very special cars, and we're certainly sorry that this all happened, but as we shared with you this morning, Corvette Museum and Corvette has overcome adversity before, and we'll overcome it again, and we'll have something spectacular to show you back there in short order.